In 2018, construction of the Southwest Arterial US52 project became much more visible to the public. Bridges, frontage roads, and other major pieces of the highway are quickly taking shape. In addition, a major decision by the Iowa Department of Transportation in June of 2018 gave the project a major boost. Here to provide a status update on the Southwest Arterial is Assistant City Engineer Bob Shizzle. Welcome, Bob.
Thank you.
Well, Bob, let's start with a quick review. For our viewers, again, tell us what the project is and why it's been so important for so long.
Well, you know, for the viewers out there, the Southwest Arterial will be the construction of a four-lane highway or freeway between US Highway 20 and US Highway 61. And when I mean freeway, that means it'll be there will be no stoplights or at-grade intersections. It'll be free flow or freeway style traffic from one end to the other. The only location that you'll be able to get on and off the Southwest Arterial will be at the three interchange locations, and that will be at US Highway 20. There'll be a middle interchange between English Mill and North Cascade Road, and then there will be an interchange at US 61 151. This project has been in the planning for 30 plus years, and as the city continues to grow, you know, we're really staged to grow to the southwest. So this new highway will provide very convenient access to the citizens, kind of like a bypass around the city, and people will no longer have to take Cedar Cross, Kelly Lane, and Rockdale Road. You know, within about 6 to 7 minutes, they're going to be able to be from Highway 20 to US Highway 61 151, and it's very much needed.
And as you said, this is something that's been in the works for decades. And I believe we had the groundbreaking in 2016. But you know, in 2018, people could really see things start to take shape. Talk a little bit about what were some of those things that happened in 2018 that made it so visible that this is coming to fruition finally.
Well, prior to 2018, you know, a lot of the work that happened was what I would say kind of behind the scenes. It was a lot of the grading and the prep work, getting the site ready. In 2018, it became much more visible because a lot of work was happening at the interchange locations at US Highway 20 and US Highway 61 151, and so the traveling public could see those bridge structures start to come out of the ground. They could see beams being set. So it was a much more high-profile, visible construction that was happening at those major highway corridor locations. So you know, you could really kind of sense some of the excitement, and people really enjoyed you know, finally starting to see you know, some of the bridge structures come out of the ground.
And specifically, let's look at the Highway 20 corridor. Talk a little bit about the improvements that were made to the Highway 20 or Dodge Street intersection with Old Highway Road.
All right, so as part of the Southwest Arterial project, that required us to reconstruct the old highway intersection and construct a new frontage road to the Menard store. When the new interchange at Seipel Road, US Highway 20 and Seipel Road for the Southwest Arterial gets constructed, the interchange and the off-ramps and on-ramps are going to be too close to the previously the existing Menards entrance. So we have to close that, and thus we had to construct a new frontage road and provide a new access to Menards. And so that project you know, has been kind of ongoing for the last 2 years, and we just opened it up here at the end of the 2018 construction season. And so it's now open to traffic, and it's functioning very well.
In the opening of the program, I talked a little bit about, or I referenced a decision by the Iowa Department of Transportation. Talk a little bit about what that decision was by the Iowa DOT in June of 2018, and why it's going to have such a major impact on the project.
Well, previously, prior to June of 2018, funding for the Southwest Arterial included grading the entire project corridor from Highway 20 to 61-151, graded for 4 lanes, but only paved two of the 4 lanes. So, we were always hopeful and optimistic, but in June, the Iowa Department of Transportation, the Commission, approved the additional $18 or $19 million, which will allow us to complete the 4-lane construction of the Southwest Arterial from US Highway 20 to 61-151. So, that was really a huge milestone in getting that additional funding so that we can complete everything all at one time. And really, it really makes the most sense because it's really the most cost-effective way to get the project completed, versus having to come back at a later date. So, we're just thrilled that we're going to be able to complete it all at one time.
Now there is going to be a connector between English Mill Road and North Cascade Road and the Southwest Arterial. When will construction of that connector begin?
As I mentioned, there will be what I call the middle interchange, and that interchange will be located between English Mill and North Cascade Road, and then there will be a connector road that will then also connect English Mill and North Cascade Road. So, if you're traveling on the highway, you'll be able to, get off on the you'll be able to get off on the ramps, the on ramps and the exit ramps at that interchange and access or get access to English Mill or North Cascade Road, and vice versa. If you're in the area, live in that area, and you're on English Mill or North Cascade Road, you'll be able to then get on the Southwest Arterial at that middle interchange location. Now, construction of that middle interchange and those connector roads will start here in January of 2019. The start of the construction will be to build the bridge, the interchange or the overpass bridge at that middle interchange location. And then in February of 2019, we will be bidding some of the grading and paving for that interchange location, and that construction should start to occur sometime this summer of 2019.
Okay. Will paving be able to start right away in 2019, even though some of the bridge structures are not yet complete?
Yes, absolutely. We will be bidding the 4-lane paving in February of 2019, or next month. The Iowa Department of Transportation has made a determination that this project and this paving will be an asphalt pavement. We originally thought that it was probably going to be concrete, but again, that determination was made by the Iowa DOT to proceed with an asphalt pavement. So, that work will begin this coming construction season, and it'll be a working day contract, and so the contractor will be allowed 165 working days as part of that project to complete. And so when you look at 165 working days, that's approximately a year and a half worth of construction. So we'd be looking at paving to be completed sometime early or mid-summer of 2020.
So a slight delay there from what we've originally thought would be the completion date of 2019, but it may stretch into early 2020 for that.
Yeah, that would be correct.
Okay. Will there be road closures to construct parts of the interchanges over the existing highways?
Yes, there will be. Again, as the public, drives by, they'll see all the bridge piers or the support columns being erected, and now the next phase is to actually set the bridge beams that will, carry the roadway. So to do that overhead work by setting those beams, they will need to close traffic during those times. So on US Highway 20, the contractor is allowed to close Highway 20, but that they're only allowed to do that during the evening hours, during non-peak time. So from like 10 o'clock at night to like 6 in the morning to set the bridge beams on 20. The same thing will happen at US 61 151 when they set the steel beams over the highway. That they will be doing that work at night, and then closing the highway, and then traffic will be detoured. I should mention that when they close Highway 61 151, traffic will be detoured to Military Road. And conversely, when the contractor does his short-term closures on Highway 20, then eastbound traffic will be detoured onto North Cascade Road.
So there's some good things for residents and motorists to keep in mind to be on the lookout for those announcements in the next construction season. Speaking of bridges, Bob, right now as we film this in January of 2019, all the bridges are still that gray concrete color, but that's not how they're going to look when the project's completed, correct? There's some detail work that's going to be coming up there on those bridges, correct?
Correct. So, one of the elements of the project was that these interchange locations on Highway 20 and 61 151 are really going to really function as gateways into the city. They're going to be high profile and extremely visible. So one of the things that we've incorporated into the project is we wanted to do some architectural enhancements to those bridge structures and the interchange locations at Highway 20 and 61 151. So they're really going to be kind of a signature or gateway appearance into the city. They're going to look really nice. So one of the things that we have to do is we're going to come back and we're going to post color all of the concrete and all the piers and columns have all been constructed with a form liner to kind of replicate native Dubuque limestone. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to post color that concrete to look like native Dubuque limestone. And so that's really going to, be very
distinctive.
Distinctive and a very classy look. There will also be some steel trusses installed on the bridges, and there'll also be architectural kind of enhancement lighting on the bridges as well. So they're going to really, I think they're really going to create an identity. As you enter and exit the city, through those corridors. It's going to be, I think the public's going to be very pleased.
And do you think that work to the bridges will be in 2019, late 2019?
Yes. The enhancements to those bridges are all part of the construction of those particular interchanges. So at Highway 20 and at 61 151, completing the architectural trusses, the lighting, all the post coloring to make it look like native Dubuque limestone, that'll all be completed with the project. So that, we should see some of that post coloring, occurring in early 2019 once the weather is favorable to, doing that post coloring. I would also like to mention that the entire Southwest Arterial corridor, a lot of the bridges and structures are going to have the same kind of architectural theme, and I'll have a lot of the same enhancements. So the bridge at English Mill, the bridge at North Cascade Road, and the bridge at Military Road Those bridges all have similar elements to the signature interchanges on both ends. So the city led a contract, and we are going to be constructing the summer of 2019, coming in and doing all of the enhancements to the English Mill, North Cascade Road, and military bridges. Again, come in and do the post coloring to make all the concrete look like native Dubuque limestone. We're going to be installing, bridge railing, a lot of the same aesthetics, so that when you drive the corridor, the aesthetics are going to be consistent throughout.
Okay. As we've done these project update programs and videos, we've kind of zeroed in a lot of the individual elements. But now that we're several years into the project, as you look back, how would you rate the overall progress that's been made on the project? Is it on schedule? Is it what was expected? And as you're doing that, maybe talk about how the weather has impacted it for good or bad.
Overall, the contractors, that have been hired to do the work have done fantastic, and they have made great progress. I believe we are very close to being on schedule, for construction. This past fall of 2018, we did have that 2-month wet spell, and that did impact one of the grading projects that we were hoping to get done this year, but it will carry into the spring of 19. But overall, I think both the city and the Iowa DOT are very pleased with the progress and how construction has advanced and the progress that has been made on the arterial project.
Well, it's gotten to a very exciting stage, as we've talked about, where people can really see it taking shape. Is there anything about the project that we haven't covered today that you want to mention?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to get more exciting for citizens, because they're going to continue to see the progress, and they're going to start to see some of the finishing touches and of the major interchange bridges. So I think the public is going to start to get even more excited as through this 2019 construction season, as they see the interchange bridges and really how impactful that they're going to be. I would also like to share to the citizens that we are hopeful that the US Highway 20 interchange will be completed this construction season. And what we're hoping is that by the end of 2019, that we're able to hopefully open up just the Highway 20 interchange. And what that means is that we will then be able to provide access to Seipel Road, to the interchange. So that'll be, I think a lot of people that utilize that road will be very pleased to have that access back open. The rest of the access, obviously, from say Highway 20 to 61, 151, that stretch of the road will remain closed. But we're hopeful that we're going to be able to open up just the interchange location, which will allow us access to Seipel by the end of 2019.
That'd be great. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that, and we'll hope for favorable weather for the upcoming construction season, so progress can continue. Well, thank you, Bob, and thank you for watching City Channel Dubuque.